mortal heroes colliding with divine boundaries. Today, in this explainer, we're diving into a fascinating moment in the Mahabharata, where the physical world violently crashes into the celestial. We're joining the Pandavas, specifically King Yudhishthira, during their exile, right as they reach the breathtaking Gandhamadana mountain and come face to face with a power that completely dwarfs earthly kingship. You really have to wonder, what actually happens when a mortal king just stumbles into the playground of the gods? Now, Yudhishthira is a king. He's a leader of men. But out here, in this mystical wilderness, his earthly authority means absolutely zero. He's stepping into a realm where the rules of physics, power, and hierarchy are entirely dictated by celestial beings. Section 1. The Interrogation, a Leader's Test of Virtue. So our story really kicks off when the Pandava brothers respectfully approach this vow-observing ascetic sage, Arshtishena, and with his prophetic eye, he instantly recognizes them. But before they can even catch their breath to admire the incredible view, the sage grounds them in their ultimate mortal duty, honoring the Pithris. He reminds the king that ancient leadership isn't just about winning the battle in front of you. It is a constant cosmic audit. Literally, every action a leader takes causes these ancestral spirits to either laugh with joy or grieve in despair. Talk about a heavy performance review, right? With that massive spiritual framework established, the sage doesn't hold back. He launches into this rapid-fire interrogation. He grills Yudhishthira on his virtue, his respect for his superiors, how he treats the aged, and his adherence to truth. He's basically performing a massive ego check, probing to see if the king exalts himself. The sage is digging deep here to find out if the brutal day-to-day hardships of exile have corrupted Yudhishthira's moral compass, or maybe made him arrogant and bitter. Now, what I absolutely love about this exchange is the stark contrast. Faced with this intense cosmic grilling, Yudhishthira doesn't get defensive. He doesn't start rattling off a resume of his past conquests or try to justify his actions to the sage. He simply offers a quiet, grounded reassurance. He acknowledges the immense weight of the duties the sage just outlined and humbly admits he is just doing his absolute best to discharge them properly. The sage is thrilled with this incredible display of humility. So he offers a powerful blueprint for conquering both the mortal and spiritual worlds. And he boils the whole thing down to exactly 5 core entities: father, mother, teacher, the sacred fire of Agni, and finally, the soul itself. Master your relationship with these 5, the sage implies, and you master existence itself. Section 2. The Celestial Summit. Marvels on the Mountain. All right, moral test passed. Now the king's attention is finally permitted to shift upward. The sage explains that the mountain's true magic unlocks during the parvas. These are sacred lunar phases, or special festival periods. During these highly specific times, the summit completely transforms into a holy hotspot. It draws these great sages who survive on literally nothing but air and water, flying through the sky just to witness it. And this is where the sheer scale of the mythology just hits you. It's essentially a vibrant, highly exclusive celestial VIP party happening right above the heroes' heads. The summit is absolutely teeming with amorous Kimpurshas, Gandharvas, and Apsaras dressed in gleaming white silk, beautifully garlanded Vidyodaras, alongside incredibly powerful mythical beings like Nagas and Suparnas. It is a total visual explosion of divine life. But the spectacle isn't just visual, it's a complete sensory overload. The air up there is thick with the booming sounds of kettle drums, tabors, and shells, and it's all perfectly woven together with the sweet, echoing songs of the legendary musician Tamburu. Just imagine this intoxicating wave of divine music literally rolling down the slopes of the Gandhamadana mountain towards you. Section 3. The Forbidden Boundary. Enter the sporting region. But just as the heroes, and honestly we as the audience, are getting completely swept up in the magic, the tone abruptly shifts. The sage draws a hard, undeniable line in the sand. On one side, you have the grounded mortal realm where Yudhishthira currently stands. He's told to stay put and eat the fruit. On the other side, just beyond the Kailasa cliff, is the sporting region of the celestials. The message is crystal clear. This is the playground of the gods, and there is absolutely zero access for mortals. None. And guys, this isn't just a polite do not enter sign. It is a strictly enforced lethal perimeter. Any aggression or impudence, no matter how small, is met with immediate deadly force. The boundary is guarded by Rakshasas armed with iron darts and other weapons, essentially celestial bouncers who will not hesitate for a second to strike down anyone who steps out of line through arrogance or even mere curiosity. At the very top of this forbidden, heavily guarded hierarchy sits by Shravana, the Lord of Treasures and all Rakshasas. During these sacred parvas, he appears in immense pomp, carried on the shoulders of men. He radiates such overwhelming power and grandeur that looking at him is literally like watching a second sun rise over the peak. It's a breathtaking, deeply intimidating image of untouchable divine authority. Section 4. The Prophecy, Patience, and Future Conquest. Bringing the focus back down to the mortal heroes, the sage turns his awe-inspiring warning into a highly practical divine to-do list. Stay put and eat the food of the Munis. Show absolute respect. Wait patiently for your brother Arjuna. Divert yourself safely. It's the ultimate test of delayed gratification for a king. The promise, if Yudhishthira can maintain this incredible discipline and restraint right now, he will eventually conquer and rule the entire earth. Think about it. The Pandavas were legendary warriors, fully capable of earth-shattering feats. Yet here, faced with a geographical and spiritual boundary, they were rendered completely powerless. It really forces us to ask, in the face of divine destiny, is human patience our ultimate test of virtue? Because sometimes the hardest boundary to conquer isn't an enemy army at all. It's our own ego. Thanks for joining me on this climb up Gandhamadana Mountain, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.